Waldo is now live streaming just chatting war crimes Iranian president. Getting started in about 10 minutes. Toss any links to stories into the Discord. https Discord GG Benyay Tridix 8
Oh, hi, hello. How you doing? My name is Waldo, and I'm here to feel the politics with you. How are you? How is everybody tonight? I am doing good. Nice, slightly boring Monday. Don't know why I picked Mondays to stream on. There's not a whole lot going on, but that just means I get to play more video games, right? So, um, yeah, we as the title says, we got a couple of important stories to take a look at tonight. We'll take a look. You can hop into chat and tell me how you feel about the politics. We'll speculate wildly, and I got my tinfoil hat just in case, because we're gonna need to talk about the president of Iran. So I'll need this guy right here. It will be here and it will be
I feel
ready.
political.
KBP feels political. That's good. I'm glad you feel political. You're in the right place then, aren't you? Um, this is this is the place to be if you are feeling political. Uh, that sounds dirtier than it is, but I don't know. Maybe I should run with it. That could be my catchphrase. I do need catchphrases. Feel free to suggest catchphrases. Um, every time I end a stream, I'm like, do I have a catchphrase? I don't. I should have one. I should toss one out there. Um, but I feel political might be one of them. If you feel political,
Wow, we have audio, video, and Canooch.
I know, right? I just had to restart my computer. Not kidding. Last stream, horrible time. I was miserable the whole time. I was literally talking, and then the audio settings changed. I didn't press any buttons, I didn't click anything, but they were different. Then I restarted the whole computer and it just went back to normal, I guess. I don't know. It's very strange. It's very bad. How is Kanucha's volume, though? I think I've got her in the normal spot. I've got her in the normal place. So
Did you
that
try turning it off and back on?
literally did. Yes, that's what I did. But it's hard to do that while the stream is running. You can't just restart the computer while it's running. And I had so many viewers last time that I didn't want to stop in between and then start up a new one. But today,
She is good.
she's good. Okay, good. So everything's working today, and then I tested it out and all that fun stuff, and it should be good to go. Should be ready to roll. And I've got all of my chats up over here. I am on the Kick and on the Twitch and on the YouTube. If you are typing into Kick or Twitch, you will be able to hear the lovely Lady Canute read your stuff out, but not on YouTube. Don't know why. I tried to fix that too, and it just would not fix. So what do we have to do tonight? Oh yeah, we've got news and politics to talk about. So let's talk about those. Let me bring up our first little story here. It's kind of a big one, kind of important. Gonna happen. There we go. Amal Clooney approved war crime arrest warrant for Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, he's the leader of Israel. And the International Criminal Court is pursuing a warrant for other Israeli ministers and 3 Hamas leaders. So it's not just him, but like a lot of people, according to the International Criminal Court, might have warrants out for their arrest because they're doing war crimes. Let's listen to him specifically. Tell us what he's thinking. This guy, he does not look like he messes around. That looks like a very serious dude right there. Karim Khan, QC, announces applications for arrest warrants in relation to Benjamin Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant and in the context of the situation in the state of Palestine. Okay, so let's hear it.
I can also confirm today that I have reasonable grounds to believe, on the basis of evidence collected and examined by my office, that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Minister of Defense Yoav Gallant bear criminal responsibility for the following international crimes committed on the territory of the State of Palestine from at least the 8th of October 2023. The crimes include starvation of civilians as a method of warfare, willfully causing great suffering, serious injury to body or health or cruel treatment, willful killing or murder, and intentionally directing attacks against a civilian population, as well as crimes against humanity of extermination and/or murder, persecution, and allegations of crimes of committing other inhumane acts. It's alleged that these crimes were committed in the context of the ongoing armed conflict and as part of a widespread and systematic attack against the civilian population of Gaza pursuant to a state policy. Unfortunately, these crimes continue to this day.
So yeah, kind of a big deal. Maybe that's a big deal. Or maybe it does nothing. Maybe the warrant gets denied. I'm not entirely sure. No one knows where it's going to go yet, but it is a thing that's happening, you know? The warrant applications will now be considered by the panel of ICC judges. The requests alone are significant, however, with the court targeting the leader of one of the U.S. allies, one of the U.S.'s closest allies. So yeah, kind of a big deal. The panel unanimously agrees the evidence presented by these prosecutors provides reasonable grounds to believe that Netanyahu and Israel's Minister of Defense committed war crimes and crimes against humanity. You know, it's a big thing. Let's see. So yeah, that is a big deal. Is anything going to happen from it? I don't know. It could be a bit of a mess. We're not entirely sure. It could go well. It could go really, really, really badly. Biden is not happy with it.
Will this open U.S. leader to the same standard?
No, absolutely not. Biden attacks a request by the ICC prosecutor for Netanyahu arrest warrant. He thinks it's a bad idea. United States President sides with Israeli Prime Minister as he calls Karim Khan's pursuit of warrants for Netanyahu along with Hamas leaders outrageous. It's outrageous, he says. Can I do a Joe Biden voice? I don't think so. Joe Biden has attacked outrageous as an application. No, I can't do his voice. By the International Criminal Court. Let's see. Prosecutor's announcement. Outspoken remarks. The ICC prosecutor's application for arrest warrant against Israeli leaders is outrageous, Biden said in a statement. And let me be clear, whatever this prosecutor might imply, there is no equivalence, none, between Israel and Hamas. We will always stand.
Did you up can't couch volume? She could come down a touch.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Yeah, you're right. They're all on the same one. So the video I played was way too quiet, and so I had to turn it all the way up, and then I left it up, and then Canooch is too loud. I'm never going to get audio right. Ever. Anywho's it. Whatever this prosecutor might imply, there is no equivalence, none, between Israel and Hamas, and we will always stand with Israel against threats to its security. It's the best I can do. It's just the old voice. I can't do. Maybe I should say the word Jack more often. The United States is clear since before the current conflict that ICC has no jurisdiction over this matter. What? The United States has been clear since well before the current conflict. The ICC has no jurisdiction over this matter. The ICC was established by its state parties as a court of limited jurisdiction. Those limits are rooted in principles of complementarity, which do not appear to have been applied here amid the prosecutor's rush to seek the arrest warrants rather than following the Israeli legal system a full and timely opportunity to proceed. So Blinken is saying, nah, it's nothing. Who cares? Who cares if the International Criminal Court has put out a warrant for your arrest? They're not important here. Let's see. Biden said this month that he would withhold U.S. weapons from Israel if Netanyahu ordered a major invasion of the city, even though he didn't, and he's still getting in trouble for it. That's probably the worst part, is there's like a million billion weapons going over there. And then Biden was like, hey, Jack, if you do this bad thing, we're going to hold back 7 of the weapons of the million billion that are going to go over there. And then they did it anyway. And then he sent it to them anyway. And so he's just given them everything they wanted. But you get the right-wing talking heads on to go on the morning shows, and they're like, oh, Biden didn't send them the weapons. When he absolutely super-duper did. And he gets in trouble for doing it by the left. He gets in trouble for not doing it by the right. He gets in trouble when he does it, even he gets in trouble for not doing it when he does, and he gets in trouble for doing it when he does. It's a lose 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 situation, and he can't do a good job here. There's no way anybody can do a good job here, and it's gonna cost him the entire fucking election. It really is. It's absolutely gonna ruin him, and we're gonna get another fucking 4 years of Trump, maybe more, if we're unlucky. If we play our cards wrong, we will get lots more than 4 years of him, and it'll be because of this Israel nonsense. Let's look at, um, since we're on the topic anyway, how can Biden save America from Trump's return to the White House? By dropping out of the race. I don't think that this would work. Joe Biden can go down in history as the person who beat Donald Trump twice, the second time by stepping aside. I honestly don't think this would work. The liberal media is pushing this idea that he's too old, he can't win, he's going to lose, the polling's bad for him, and when they say it, that only makes it more true, I guess, or not. I don't know. Polls are not real, and you shouldn't listen to any of them or pay attention to any of them ever at all. But here it is again and again and again. Every time he's down by a point in Wisconsin, somebody's going to write this article. They are every time, every day, until 3 weeks after the election. Somebody's going to write this. He's down in this poll. He's down in Michigan, or he's down in this poll, or he's down under by a percentage, and he needs to step down. And I don't know. He got way more points. I think that the problem remains the Electoral College, right? He got a lot more votes than the other guy last time, but it was barely enough to squeak by. And this time, if he gets slightly less votes than last time, but still more than the guy in second place, he's going to lose. It's a nightmare system. It's a terrible idea, and it irritates me that he's that the right calls him the horrible nightmare monster who's an authoritarian, but he can't do
Bro,
anything
save it.
about
We
the.
don't want Biden. We don't need Biden, and Trump owns you. Cope.
Well, no, Trump owns, yeah, people. He probably does own a few people. Um, he seems like that kind of guy. You know what I mean? And the issue is that Biden gets a shitload more votes, and he still might lose because of that electoral college. But if Biden, opinionator, glad you're here. If Biden's a horrible, nightmare, terrible, authoritarian, fascist monster, why hasn't he done something about the electoral college, which is going to make him lose? It's because he's not an authoritarian. He's not a monster. He's not a terrible, horrible, nightmare fascist the way that the right portrays him as. Um, he will. He's a milquetoast, mediocre, normal politician. He's not horribly far left. I'm so much further left than him. I wish he would go to the left a little bit. It would be nice. It would be pleasant. I wish that would happen, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, this thing has him down by a couple of points. And then this guy talks about, what are we talking about? The Republicans are going to be with Donald Trump. The best way for President Joe Biden is to step aside and voluntarily remove himself from the good of the nation and the party. Biden could announce any time this summer that he's out. He could use the same logic that got him in the nomination in 2020. He sincerely and accurately believed that he was the Democrat with the best chance to beat Trump. Now he is the one with a few national Democrats could get Trump reelected. The polling looks ugly. Yeah, well, polling is dumb and never really works. Some perceptions of candidates can be changed, but voters are unlikely to decide that Biden is younger and more vigorous than they thought. Have you thought about that he's old? Have you thought about this? If you haven't thought about it, the media will tell you many, 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 many times that he's old, and it's true. He is old. If Democrats were to nominate Josh Shapiro, who the fuck is Josh Shapiro? He beat Trump like LeBron James posting up. Come on, Christ Almighty! There are many others, including Governor Gretchen Whitmer. I think Gretchen Whitmer actually could do a pretty good, make a pretty good run. Klobuchar, no, nobody likes her. Cory Booker, I don't think he would do very well. He might be able to beat Trump, but not really. I don't think he could. Trump would look old and
Your boy
unhinged.
Biden is going down in November.
He might, opinionator, he might. Trump would look old and unhinged next to their youthful incompetence, their youthful competence, and sober characters. Kamala Harris, who polls worse against Trump than Biden does, would have been a serious threat to take the nomination in open primaries. There's no chance of a convention. Biden delegates would select her. They want to beat Trump too badly to take that risk. This guy's just talking shit, but
We
that's
are
not a
standing
surprise.
Trump, man, get with it. Lower taxes, better economy coming soon.
Lower prices, lower taxes. Well, for the rich people. Better economy. Not really. I don't think so. The economy's made up. It's not real. The economy's whatever you want it to be. That's the problem with the economy, is it's all based on feelings. The entire thing, top to bottom, feelings. And if the companies feel good, then the economy's great. If they feel afraid, then they hold on, they clutch their wallets, they sell their stocks, they lower the everything goes down, they start laying people off. It's a whole thing. It's just based on their feelings. They feel
The
skittish.
economy being based on vibes and feelings is something a leftist would say. L, thanks for the laugh, man, love it.
Well, it's true. What's it based on if not feelings? It's based on fear. The fear index. How do you can you fill this cup with demand? No, you can't. You can fill it with supply. You can supply something to. It's supplied with water
It's
right now.
not true, but go off, brother, lol.
Supply and demand is half imaginary. Supply exists. You can have a supply of stuff. I have an amount of water in here. It was supplied to me. Great. What's the demand? Can you fill this cup with demand? No, demand is inside your head. Demand for a new TV is a feeling that you have. Demand is a feeling.
Oh God, I see you need remedial math courses. Supply side economics, learn it.
Supply side economics is also based on feelings.
Bro, you need to study basic economics, L.
You sound like a religious person. Basic economics, when you start studying it, they teach you the buzzwords, and it's almost like going to church. Honestly, not kidding. If you went to a basic economics class, they would teach you the dogma. They would teach you the things that you're supposed to say, and then you become a Keynesian or a what was that other version of it? The supply side economics isn't Keynesian, it's the other one. And then they tell you their doctrine, and they tell you their rules, and they tell you their layout. They have dogma. The economy has dogma because it's a fucking religion. And if you're too wound up in it, you can't see outside of it. I watch like Exmos, like ex-Mormons and stuff like that, sometimes on YouTube and things like that, and you see them, and the way they talk is wild. It's like they live on a different planet. And that's the way I hear economists talk. I really do think that the economy is an entire religion. It's all made up. It's all based on feelings.
Oh, you're one of those guys who thinks everyone needs free shit. We need UBI, man. I need to sit at home and smoke my weed and eat chicken nuggies. Back
Free
on
shit.
Twitch, baby.
Back on Twitch, yeah. Hi, Malcidia. Free shit? No. No. You have to work for money that we made up. The money's made up. I work for money. Yes. Provide a good or a service, and then you will be recompensed with money and stuff like that, and that's fine. We made up the money. It's just a what's the term that I came up with not too long ago? It's a manifestation of effort. The more effort you put in, the more money you would get. Great. Okay. The time and effort you put in rewards you with money. Great. That you get to then spend that on cool stuff and tools or toys or food or rent. Fine. Great. I'm not anti-economy. I'm not everybody needs free stuff. I just want to deregulate some of it. Or not deregulate, not deregulate. What's the word? Decommodify some of it. A lot of the things need to be decommodified. Healthcare, starting with healthcare. Decommodify healthcare. Get that out.
Yes, we have money so that we don't have to consistently barter to get food and shit. If we didn't have money, you'd be wishing we did, lol.
I'm on board for having money. Nobody's saying that we're not having money. I'm a market socialist, if anything. If you had to describe me, that would be that market socialist. But the idea is the more important it is to you being alive, the less it should be on the market. Um, Healthcare, necessary for you to be alive. Medicine, sometimes necessary for you to be alive. You shouldn't have to pay $1 million billion for the medicine that will keep you alive. You shouldn't have to pay all of your money for the next breath of air. Air is pretty important. You tend to die in about a minute or two without it. I don't want someone to start charging for air and or running some sort of monopoly on it, and then I have to give them money so that I can get air to breathe. That's insane. I don't want to do it with water because that's super necessary. I want to decommodify healthcare and housing too, but that's a really long-term plan that I have there. Regardless, that money is just a representation of the effort that you have put in through work or some sort of good you've done for the world or the country or something along those lines. And that's fine. I'm not against money. I'm not against an economy. I'm not against a market. I'm just saying that the economy is based on feelings. It is not a hard science, the way economists tell you that it is. They're liars. They make more money if they tell you that it is a hard science and they know all the answers. Um, I mean, how often do the goobers on TV get it wrong? They get it wrong all the time. What's his name? Jim Cramer gets it wrong all the damn time. He tells you what's good. He tells you what's bad. It's that he's the TV economist, and he's wrong all the fucking time. But he gets to keep being on TV.
Your side's Paul Krugman doesn't know shit by the way he said the internet would be a passing fad lol.
Entirely possible. He's an economist. No economist knows shit. The opinionator. Not on the left, not on the right. No economist knows shit. None of them do. They're all like weathermen, only worse. You can get two weathermen in a room, and they will give you two different guesstimates or estimates. They will actually use data to predict tomorrow's weather. One of them could be wrong. Well, they could both be wrong. But none of the weathermen argue about the past, what the weather was yesterday. Economists do. Economists do not agree on what happened in the economy yesterday. I can give you a dozen different economists with a dozen different reasons for why the...
Wrong. Study the words of Murray Rothbard.
I don't know who that is. A dozen different
Jim
economists.
Cramer gets it wrong on purpose, then bets against the predictions he makes on his show.
Well, that's conspiracy theory, right? Well, you can get a dozen different economists and ask them why the Great Depression happened. You'll get a dozen different answers. They can't even agree on the past because they're all in it for some reason, like Shinsento's mentioning right here. Maybe they're all betting on a certain thing, or maybe they want a certain narrative to go forward. Or you measured it in a certain way, or this thing you think led to this thing because of the dogma that you have been taught in your specific type of study. I don't know who Murray Rothbard is, but he has a dogma. If he's an economist, he has a dogma, and he needs you to respect it and comprehend it.
Jim Cramer is a liberal media guy by the way. Left side is always broke and miserable. Centrist and right-leaning are usually more successful.
Jim Cramer's a big business, lower taxes for the rich kind of guy. He is not a liberal media guy. Are you so far off to the right that Jim Cramer is a liberal to you? Jim Cramer hates unions, hates tax breaks for the poor. He hates taxes for the rich. He hates those things. He's not a leftist. He's not a liberal. He's not on the left.
Bro, I am to the right of Pinochet.
He's to the right of Pinochet.
Never
well,
thought
exactly.
of Jim Cramer as a lefty.
Exactly. Nobody does, except for the opinion.
Welcome to the final boss me.
Welcome to the final boss. Okay, great. Let's see. So, yeah, that's my economics rant. And no, I have not been to a class. No, I haven't read Murray Rothbard. I'm looking at it from the outside, and it seems like it seems very similar to me to organized religion. There is an organized group of people called the Rothbards who love what he has to say, and there's an organized group of people who push for supply side economics, no different than the Methodists, honestly. What's the difference between a Methodist and a Baptist? Almost fucking nothing. But what's the difference between a supply side economics and a Rothbard? They're all belief structures. And I don't have beliefs. I try really hard not to have any. Having beliefs is the problem. Beliefs cause you to ignore facts. Having beliefs is the problem. Try to have thoughts. Thoughts are good. Thoughts can be wrong. If my thoughts and my ideas are proven wrong by facts, I can change them, and that's okay. If Opinionator somehow convinces me of an economic thing.
Pinochet's biggest L is nationalizing a portion of the country's copper reserves. Total leftist shithead move.
Okay, well, great. I didn't
Thoughts
think
make me
about
think,
that.
and that's woke.
I know. Stop thinking. It's very woke. Pinochet's biggest L was nationalizing the portion of the country's copper reserve. I don't know anything about that. But you're suggesting to me that that's the way it works, and that's what happened. So that's a thought I have. If I were to go to Wikipedia and start learning about Pinochet, I would then find out that it wasn't a total L, or your thing is wrong, and that, or hypothetically, I'm not saying you're wrong, opinionator. You could be entirely 100% correct here, but I don't know it because I don't know enough about Pinochet. So if I were to discuss, if I went to Wikipedia, started learning about it, and thought that you were wrong, I would just change my thought, and that's okay. You can change your thoughts all the time. That's great. That's good. But changing a belief? Lord, no. God, no. If I believed that
We
Pinochet's
need
biggest
total
L,
free market right-wing anarchism, in my view.
that sounds like a nightmare. Um, the if I believed in right-wing anarchism in the market, and factually, if I believed in right-wing anarchism in the market, and I can't believe the echo is back. I don't know where it's coming from. I swear to God, I don't know where the fuck it's coming from. This is killing me. God.
The free market fixes all.
I don't know where the fuck it's coming from. This is killing me. God. All right, sorry everybody. I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know where I don't know what's doing it. I don't know what's doing it. I really don't. I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know where. I have no idea what
Oh
device.
Lord, leftist audio issues. I'll be back.
Yeah, I know. God. Every time. Well, not every time. Last time and this time. It just happens. I'm not pushing buttons. It just happens. Out of nowhere. Well, not every time. Last time and this time. It just happens. I'm not pushing. How did that happen? All right. Audio repaired? How in the hell did that happen? Okay. Have you ever just do your computers hate you? Does anybody else have this issue? Do anybody else, their devices just cease to do what they want? Let's try the Lady Canooch.
Test.
No, she's still there. One of the tabs came unmuted. I'm not pressing anything. How did the tab come unmuted? All right. Okay. I'm better. I'm sorry.
No, all Alex bend to my will.
Electronics bend to your will. Yeah, KVP. I know they bend to your will, but not mine. I try and just basically use the damn things and they fail. All right. I was ranting about the economy, but that's not what I was supposed to be doing today.
Not really, but my child does snouch my computer.
Right. Well, nobody touched it. I'm sitting here talking with my hands and then it came off a mute. And I thought that it was the problem that I had last stream. Wasn't the problem I had last stream, so I started having horrible nightmare flashbacks to the horrible stream that I had on Saturday. But we're
Doesn't
better.
ouch.
Doesn't ouch. It's can't touch.
Canooch.
Canooch. It's the double letters. If you do any two letters together at the end of the last word, start of the next word, she goofs it up. Goofy you.
Goofy you.
No, that worked. Y and Y. Can't touch. Can't touch.
Can't touch.
Wait, it's the apostrophe? Maybe it's the apostrophe.
I think it's the apostrophe.
Yeah, it's the apostrophe. Okay. Oh, anyway, I'm feeling better.
Denoch Canouch's cousin.
Denoch is Canooch's cousin. Oh, my. Okay, great. Thanks. Sorry, I lost the the thread there for a minute. Okay, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Let's look at a different thing. Here
I found a
is,
couple others that one time.
yeah. KBP found a few more. What's next for Iran's government after death of its president in helicopter crash? So the president of Iran has died in a helicopter crash because helicopters are the second most effective way to get someone from point A to death. First most effective way from point A to death is motorcycles. So remember that. Helicopters are incredibly dangerous. They fall out of the sky and cause people in them to die sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Kobe.
Kobe, yeah, exactly. He was dodging traffic. It's a bad time. Let's see. Ibrahim Raisi, who died in a helicopter crash on Sunday, was the prime candidate to succeed the 85-year-old supreme leader, and his death makes it more likely the job could eventually go to Khomeini's son. So, while he is president, and that's important, he's not the supreme leader. There is a burrito supreme leader who is Khomeini. That's the supreme leader. A hereditary succession would pose a potential crisis of legitimacy with the Islamic Republic, which has established an alternative to monarchy, but which many Iranians already see as corrupt and dictatorial regime. Here's what comes next. They'll hold a regular election. The supreme leader has final say on all the policies. I mean, why have a president if this guy's going to make all your choices for you? The supreme leader also appoints half of the council and tells everybody what to wear. In theory, the clerics oversee the republic to ensure it complies with Islamic law. In practice, the supreme leader carefully manages the ruling system to balance competing interests, advance his own priorities, and ensure that no one challenges the Islamic Republic or his role atop it. So, yes, there's a president who is kind of elected, who's elected. He is elected.
Just
But,
to make sure you don't get it wrong.
right, but he has a supreme leader above that who tells him what to do all the time and makes all the important decisions and changes anything that he gets wrong. It's not a great system. Seems like a bad system to me. I would not want to be a part of such a system, but that's what they've got for now. Is anything crazy going to happen? I don't think so. There have been some people online that have suggested that it's going to be another World War III, but they say that every week, honestly. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I'll get the tinfoil hat in a minute, but we'll keep it in reality for now. For now, probably the only thing that's going to happen, they elect a new guy, and he does what the supreme leader says. No change in policy, no change in the stuff, no change anywhere that matters. So no changes. So you wouldn't even notice. And if I hadn't told you that uh, this was happening, you wouldn't have even noticed. So uh, if the CNN hadn't come out and said, "Hey, this guy died," most of us wouldn't know because there's going to be no changes, no difference in their policies or anything like that. The alarmists, the excited people online say, "Oh, well, they're gonna the people are going to vote for somebody more liberal or more less authoritarian."
Last month a bridge accident was supposedly World War III.
Last month, a bridge accident was supposedly World War III. Is this going to be the latest World War III? That was a very quick World War III. That World War III only lasted one afternoon. This World War III might last a couple of days, but probably not. And then we'll just wait for the next World War III after that. A lot of World War IIIs going on, and this is just the next one. So let me get my hat. Let's all put on our hats. All right, hat activated. It's in my ear. There's tinfoil in my ear. Okay. All right. You ready? All right, everybody ready? Okay. Hats on. We're prepared. We're
It
protected.
looks so natural on you.
It looks so good, right? I really wear it. Um, has anybody seen Hillary Clinton? Do we know where Hillary Clinton was during this helicopter crash? Maybe Hillary did it. So There
Gotta
is
get you a 10-gallon foil hat.
maybe I could get like a regular cowboy hat and just cover it. Hmm. But then I wouldn't be able to put my headphones on over a cowboy hat. Uh, so there's an idea that maybe he was assassinated. There's no evidence for that right now. Helicopters fucking fall out of the sky, man. If he were driving calmly on down the highway and everybody in his car died, you'd be like, okay, well, that's kind of weird. If it blew up as it was just driving down the road, maybe. But helicopters really are dangerous. They just fall out of the sky sometimes. The country of Iran, because of certain sanctions and stuff like that, also kind of has a dangerous aviation program. Like their shit falls out of the sky a lot. They're not really good aviators, and it's probably kind of somewhat our fault for sanctioning them and not letting them be a part of the modern world. But yeah, so who could have assassinated him? Maybe it was Hillary Clinton. Maybe it was Hillary. I don't know. Somebody find out where she was on Sunday. Uh, Probably not Hillary. So you got to think, was it?
Fell out of the sky like a Russian mercenary leader's plane. Another Boeing hit job. Ours are getting there if Boeing has any say.
Maybe it's a Boeing thing. Somebody, let's find out if he was he about to testify against Boeing? Maybe. So maybe that was it. Maybe he knew something about Boeing and was gonna narc on them, lowering their profit and driving their stock even further down. Not to derail the entire conversation and go back to stocks, but Boeing, their stocks are going down because the people feel like they can't produce a good airplane and they're doing a bad job, right? Okay, back to Iran. So who could have done such a thing? Uh, the from Maybe the hit came from inside the house and the Iranian supreme leader did it. Probably not. He could have. He has he has access to the guy. But no, they liked him. They were buddy buddy. He was planning on becoming the supreme leader someday after being president. Not likely. So then there is Israel. They have dropped bombs on Middle Eastern countries before. They do have a lot of weaponry, and there's no evidence that they have anything to do with it either. And I mean, the looking at the weather, it seems like it was foggy and shitty, and they had bad weather, and helicopters fall out of the sky. So probably not them. There's no evidence to suggest that either. Our CIA? Well, if it was, you'll never know it. Was it the American CIA that killed him? Probably not. There's no evidence of that right now, and it seems unlikely. Um, there's uh, there's no reason to think that it was at the moment, and Hillary Clinton was unaccounted for, so I'm not sure where she was on Sunday, but she's the only suspect left, honestly. So we'll find out where I'll do some digging, I'll do some searching, find out where Hillary Clinton was on Sunday, make sure that it wasn't her, and so we can clear that out. Um, was it HARP with the weather weather control satellites? The HARP high altitude something something phenomena made a bunch of fog around this guy's helicopter, and then that caused it to crash, and now it's crashed and he's dead. Was it secret government weather control? Probably not. I'm not entirely sure that stuff exists. Uh, but maybe. I mean, then I think that's it. If you guys have heard any other conspiracy theories, hit me up. Let me know. I'm always down to hear about the horrible, terrible conspiracy theories, things like that. Um, but yeah, it seems like it just fell out of the sky. And it seems to me like nothing's going to change. They're not going to change the way they're treating Israel. They're not going to change the way they're treating the Palestinians. They're not going to change the way they deal with America. All of those things are going to remain exactly the same as they were last week. Maybe if the people of Iran actually vote for someone who isn't quite as dictatorial, that could cause some things because they were having a couple of protests the past couple of years. The Iranian protests have been a big kind of a thing. They are very upset. A lot of the regular people, because they have a middle class there in Iran. They're a real country, not like Iraq. They are a real country, and they have a middle
Maybe
class.
it was the CIA. They sent the A-team to take him out and sent their C-team to start a coup in the Congo.
Oh yeah, I saw the C team in the Congo. That was a thing. Um, so entirely possible the CIA did it. I don't think so. And they wouldn't have accomplished anything. What would they have accomplished? They're, he, they're not going to change the policy. You know, if he were the guy making all the decisions about the nukes and stuff like that, he's not. He's just going to be replaced by a guy who's exactly the same as him. Won't do any good. Won't change anything. None of their policies are going to change because he's gone. So seems unlikely to me that it was the CIA. If they did it for no reason, unless if things turn out to shockingly different in the next couple of months, then maybe we'll revisit the idea. But at the moment, I don't think so. Let me get my hat off. It's enough. Hats off. All right.
I heard Iran in a theostate run by clerics with the president or whatever his title was playing second fiddle.
I heard Iran at the theostate run by clerics. Yeah, yeah. So the president isn't that important. He'll just be replaced by another person who does whatever those clerics tell him to do. No change in policy, no change in their state, no change in their country. Honestly, they won't be going a different way. They're not going to suddenly become friends with us. We should work towards becoming friends with them. That's been a thing that I've been talking about for a long time. We should work towards getting closer to them. Let's see. What do we got? Ooh, we got that guy. We got this guy. And we got this guy. Okay. Let's do this guy first. So, oh, I thought I had a link for that. But Michael Cohen, huge piece of shit, admitted to stealing money from the Trumps today while in court. And you might have heard about that. It might have popped up and be like, oh my God, Michael Cohen stole from Trump and that ruins the Trump case. Well, no, not really. It doesn't change the Trump case at all. Um, it doesn't change anything at all, really. It's just them trying to make him look bad. So Michael Cohen says, hey, Trump did bad things. But then the defense for Trump says, hey, Michael Cohen did bad things. So you can't believe him when he says Trump did bad things. That's it. It's just a way to make you think that Cohen can't be trusted. And if he can't be trusted, then you can't listen to his testimony. And it doesn't matter what the facts say. We got facts and stuff like that. But you can't listen to him discuss those facts because he can't be trusted. So what we've got is, here's the situation. Here's how he did it. Here's how he stole from them. Really small. It's just silly. Trump hired Red Finch for $50,000 to try to rig a CNBC poll of the most influential businessmen of the last 50 years because he wanted to be number one. CNBC found out that he was going to be cheating at this poll, canceled the poll, then Trump refused to pay Red Finch. Cohen paid them out of his own pocket, but only $20,000, and then later convinced Trump to reimburse him that $50,000 that they were originally going to get. And he just pocketed the difference, the 30,000. Trump's a cheater. It's one of the things that I really dislike about him. Personally.
ROFL.
Personally, I dislike him. He is a cheater. He cheats at golf. He cheats on his wives. He cheats at elections. He cheats at CNBC polls that are not important or valuable at all. If he were numbered 4 on that list of most influential businessmen, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? It's not like his fans aren't going to trust him anymore. His fans aren't going to vote for him, or the center's going to come vote for him. Well, I don't know, man. I wasn't going to vote for that Trump guy, but then CNBC put out a poll that said he was the number 1 businessman in the world.
So a lying, thieving piece of shit hired a lying, thieving piece of shit to be a lying, thieving piece of shit by proxy.
Right. And then, after that happened, the lying piece of shit stole from the other lying piece of shit. That's the whole thing. That's the whole enchilada. The Republicans and the right wing and the people online are going to use this as proof that Donald Trump didn't commit any crimes. This is distraction. That's all it is. This doesn't change the case. Doesn't change any of the facts in the case. Doesn't change any of the accusations made by the state of New York against Donald Trump. Doesn't make any difference. This has nothing to do with it. But they will talk about it. And they will say, oh my God, didn't you see Cohen stole from us? You can't trust him. You can't listen to him. You can't believe the things that he says. Well, we have lots of evidence that backs up the things that Cohen says. Well, so it's a distraction. That's all. Yeah, criminals hang out with criminals. It's just a fucking thing they do. They tend to hang out together. And when one of them goes down, they take all the rest of them down with them. That just happens, you know? So I just think it's funny that this might be the talking point. This might be the talking point that you hear over the next couple of days. Maybe even over the next couple of weeks, as Republicans come onto online and say, well, didn't you see what Cohen did? You can't
Like
trust
you
him.
say, it's feels if they feel he is influential, them it's worth money. More feels more money.
More feels more money. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, what was I saying? The middle of the road voter isn't going to say, oh, well, I wasn't going to vote for this Trump guy, but then I found out that Michael Cohen stole money from him. Or no, nothing. Moving on. I forgot I already did that bit. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about tonight? Boo, 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 boo. Do, 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 do. That one can go away. This one can come up. So, colleges, they're a thing, right? They're a hotbed of excitement in politics lately.
Interesting how it's important to point out Cohen's lies, but Trump's are a non-issue.
Right. That's not important. You're absolutely right. That Cohen guy absolutely lied and he should not be trusted. What about Trump's lie? Shut the fuck up. Shh, 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 shh. He's our guy. You see? Um, you have to ignore the lies that Trump told because he's important and he's the only person that can beat Joe Brandon, and we need him. So you should ignore Cohen's lies. It's because they feel like they like him. He brings them the spite, which is another feeling. They they feel that liberals are terrible and awful and hate them. So when I get mad about Trump, they win, and nobody. And yeah, when I get upset with something, they win. They feel like they win. They feel like they've won. So when I get upset about Trump, they're like, "Oh well, then Trump must be great. And Trump means we win. Trump, 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 Trump all day long, every day, forever. Doesn't matter if he what he says. Doesn't matter how much he lies. Doesn't matter how much Cohen did or didn't steal for him. It doesn't matter that he's a criminal. It makes Waldo unhappy. That's their goal. If you ever get confused or wonder why they're doing the thing they're doing, it's to make Waldo unhappy. Uh, and that's the goal. That's the entire goal of the Republican Party. You didn't know it till just now, but it is. Make Waldo unhappy. All right. What else is talking? Okay, colleges. As Texas students clash over Israel-Hamas war, Governor Greg Abbott orders colleges to revise free speech policies. Now, a repeat chatter in the channel named Popog, he and I have talked about free speech before. He thinks that I'm too restrictive on free speech, and I think that he's a free speech absolutist that is dangerous. That's okay. We can have those differences. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, however, is more restrictive than I am, based solely on what he feels. Again, it's always feelings. Greg Abbott doesn't like Muslims or Palestinians, hence, he feels like supporting the idea that they shouldn't be murdered is helping Hamas, and the protests that the kids in Texas in those colleges are doing are pro-Hamas protests and shouldn't be allowed. So you're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to say that anymore. That's all. Very simple thing that Greg Abbott has done. You're just not allowed to say these things anymore. I don't know why somebody didn't think of this sooner. I say ironically, sarcastically. In the Wednesday executive order, the governor singled out Palestinian student groups on campuses, including the Palestinian Solidarity Committee and Students for Justice in Palestine, who he says have violated free speech policies and should be subject to discipline. If you say, from the river to the sea, Palestine shall be free, you should be punished, according to Greg Abbott. According to Greg Abbott, if you say those words, you should be punished. Because you're saying words that he doesn't like. He's using the government to pressure colleges to punish people for certain words. It's obvious. Okay. When the left cancels somebody on Twitter, Twitter's not the government. You know? Twitter isn't your governor. When a TV company, ABC, fired Roseanne, she got canceled. If Roseanne said something which may or may not have even been racist on Twitter, and she got fired from her job, she got canceled. That's a company, not the government. The company doesn't make laws. The company thinks that she's bad for business, so
To
they
be fair,
disagree.
words and phrases develop connotations beyond their original meaning.
Sure. And if those words and stuff like that are directly threatening, I can almost understand them putting some guardrails on it. But I want that not to be a government kind of thing. I want that to be more like a small government kind of thing, not a big government kind of thing. Not a governor of Texas saying this is what you're not allowed to say. And that sounds dangerous to me. So I don't think this is a good idea. I think that he will control and condense what is allowed to be said on these campuses, while at the same time saying that he's protecting free speech. And that's my job. I, I don't think I would suggest controlling or preventing people from saying certain things. I would just be like harassment. I don't think those words, from the river to the sea, Palestine shall be free, are harassment words. They're not words of harassment. I don't think they are. I think certain phrases and things could be, but I don't know what to do about it. I don't think you would get the government to stop people saying the Nazi words that I don't like. You know, the 14 words are very big. You can Google them later. And I don't think they're a good idea, but it shouldn't be illegal for you to say them. If you're saying them in public, harassingly at other people, then maybe the establishment that you're in can tell you, hey, cut that out. Please stop doing that. Hey, this is a college. It's got to be free for everybody. Stop harassing people. That would be fine. If you are saying from the river to the sea, Palestine shall be free in a very angry, accusatory, harassing term, or harassing way, I would be okay with the college telling you, hey, knock that off. But I don't want the Texas governor telling people that. That makes me nervous. That leads towards state-sanctioned phrases. There are certain things that the state will allow you to say, and there are certain things the state will not allow you to say, based purely on the state's current political ideology. It might change next week. You never know. But that again is more proof that politics are all based on feelings. It's the through line of the entire stream. Every political idea I've got comes back to that one. Every time. Politics are based on feelings.
It's not illegal to be an asshole.
It's not. I agree. But it is illegal to threaten people. And if you're making it to where people aren't safe anymore, then the establishment can step in and say, hey, stop being an asshole. We would really like you to quit doing that. We're not a legal authority. We're a college. We're asking you to knock this off or come back at a different time or keep the volume down or stop being harassing people with your speech. And that's not illegal. I'm worried that Governor Greg Abbott will make it illegal to say certain things. That's what I worry about. He's not doing that yet. He's just saying that colleges need to punish them for saying certain words. And if they don't, probably nothing happens. Best case, nothing happens. He says this thing and they're like, well, no, I'm not going to say that. We're not going to do that. And then worst case scenario, they do start controlling people. Then people get upset. then if they don't, the governor sues them or stops funding their colleges or something along those lines. But again, this is a big fucking mess, and none of that's happened yet. So just watch out for it to happen. That would suck. Um, Let me see. While we're on the subject of education, we've got J.D. Vance. Huge piece of shit. J.D. Vance, here he is. We're going to listen to what he has to say for about 2 minutes. Let's do it.
I want to ask you about some of the things you've said about American universities. I know you've been very critical of them. You gave an interview in February. You said the closest conservatives have ever gotten to successfully dealing with the left-wing domination of universities is Viktor Orban's approach in Hungary. I think his way has to be the model for us, not to eliminate universities, but to give the choice between survival or taking a much less biased approach to teaching.
He is upset that reality doesn't agree with him. That's what I'm going to get towards. But let's hear the rest of it.
He seized control of state universities and put them in foundations that were then run by his allies. Is that what you're advocating be done in the United States?
Well, Margaret, what you're seeing in the United States actually is that universities are controlled by left-wing foundations. They're not controlled.
No, they're not.
By the American taxpayer, and yet the American taxpayer is sending hundreds of billions of dollars to these universities every single year.
I don't want taxpayers controlling education necessarily. Is that what you're advocating for, federal government?
Margaret,
most people are stupid. The American taxpayer, generally stupid.
I'm advocating for is for taxpayers to have a say in how their money is spent. Universities are part of a social contract in this country. They educate our children. They produce important intellectual property. They get a lot of money because of it. But if they're not educating our children well and they're layering the next generation down in mountains of student debt, then they're not meeting their end of the bargain. I think it's totally...
This guy has done nothing to stop student debt. He loves it. He's absolutely on board for student debt.
Reasonable to say there needs to be a political solution to that problem.
Well, America's universities still attract talent from around the world, as you've went to one of America's very top schools.
Look, there's still good things about American universities, but it's going in the wrong direction, Margaret.
It means not explaining things, not pushing right-wing ideology. It's not, at the moment, pushing right-wing ideology, and he's unhappy with that.
Conflating student debt with the left nice weave.
Viktor Orban in particular, as you know, I mean, he rewrote the Constitution, he neutered the courts, he has tried to control the media. These are not necessarily conservative principles. So why would you want to mimic him?
Well, look, I'm not endorsing every single thing.
Those are right-wing principles. Those are conservative principles. Let's hear what she said again. I want to hear that again.
In particular, as you know, I mean, he rewrote the Constitution, he neutered the courts, he has tried to control the media. These are not necessarily conservative principles.
Neutering the courts, controlling the media, and rewriting the Constitution are conservative principles.
So why would you want to mimic him?
Well, look, I'm not endorsing every single thing that Viktor Orban has ever done. I don't know everything he's ever done. What I do think is on the university principle, the idea that taxpayers should have some influence in how their money is spent at these universities, it's a totally reasonable thing, and I do think that he's made some smart decisions there that we could learn from the United States.
Well, he was just...
When he says that, what I think he means, now I could be wrong, I'm guessing at his motive, is that it's not teaching right-wing ideology. That's what he's upset with. J.D. Vance, huge piece of shit. And what I think he's talking about is that those kids are going to college and they're not learning Reaganomics. They're not learning the economic theory that we want them to learn. They're not learning the dogma of the right wing that we appreciate. They're learning facts and reality. And those do not gel well, do not mesh well with conservatism. Conservatism is anti-reality, really is. And I know if Opinionator comes back, I'll tell him that too. Conservatism and right-wing stuff is anti-reality. It cannot function when you mesh it with facts and logic. It can't. All things are based on feelings, yes, but I especially think that the Republicans that we have today are anti-reality. They really are. The things that they say aren't real. And J.D. Vance knows that the place where you go to learn the real is college. So that's why there aren't. That's why typical conservative complains about the woke colleges. I'd sent my kid off to a college and he came back a raging liberal. Well, yeah, because that's where facts and logic live at the college. That's where understanding, empathy come from. And once you get understanding, empathy, knowledge, and intelligence, you're not a Republican anymore. You're just not. Unless you're J.D. Vance, who's a grifter. That guy makes money off of hedge funds and stock manipulation. And he gets paid by, I think, Peter Thiel to push right-wing ideology so that Peter Thiel can make more money on stock manipulation and from anti-regulation and stuff like that. So he's a grifter, paid by a grifter to grift at you. And that's what he's doing. And that job, being a right-wing grifter, is much harder when everybody has a college education. Really is. Being a grifter is much more difficult if everybody has a college education. It's why the right wing doesn't like college education. I'm going to press the button so I can turn that into a clip later. Okay.
They learned too much at college and their broadened understanding conflicts with my own experience.
Right. And because they don't agree with me anymore, it must be the college that's wrong. My kids went to college and learned a bunch of stuff, and now they don't agree with me anymore. This must be the college's fault. No. Let's see. Do I have any other links to talk about tonight? I don't. So, what I'm going to do is start up a video game, and we'll play a game of, what's it called? Death Must Die. And I think I'll be done with Death Must Die for a little while after tonight. I think on your suggestion, Malcidian, I will be purchasing that last spell probably tomorrow.
Vidya.
When I get paid, and then I will have a new game to
The
play.
last spell.
Yeah. I'll do that. I think that will be next. If my paycheck comes in tomorrow, and then I will get it and pick it up tomorrow, and then we can play it on Wednesday's stream. Let's go here, click this button, and click that button. If you're watching, if you're paying attention, hop into the chat and say hello. The Lady Canooch will read it to you. If you want to suggest what we should talk about, you can do so on the Discord.
Discord. https Discord GG Beignet Tridix 8.
Go to that Discord, put links into the Discord channels there, and we can read these things together. We can watch them, and you can tell me what to talk about. You can put links to anything, Twitter or news sources or anything you like. The place wherever you get your news, and fun videos to watch and all that fun stuff. And we will watch them all together, and we can have a good time. Then it's interactive, you see. All right, webcam screen. We're going to turn off the window capture, turn on the game capture. Boop, boop. Go to there. There you are. Excellent job. Okay. Good job, Waldo. You are not screwing up tonight any more than you already have. Right. Everything is good. All my chats are up. I can see you.
Great stream. Thanks, Waldo. Good night, friends.
KBP, good night. Thanks for coming. Poor KBP has to live on the wrong side of the country, so his time is all wrong. Exalted for a limited duration. That sounds exciting. I'm exalted. Avenger. When you block, there's a chance you become exalted. Okay, let's get some more exalted. Power area is increased. I'm not paying too much attention to what those are. Just throw some points in the skill tree and you will be fine, probably. Right? Oops.
Sleep is for the weak.
Why can't I sell this? Sell. Okay. I'm pressing the button.
I am weak.
Does this do something interesting? No, I've been looking out for new items to do things. Like that rainbow. That didn't do anything. Okay. Okay.
Lol.
Trade, we're gonna sell that, put the reds back in there, and we'll deal with them later. Okay, alright. Let's get to work. Item management is like the most boring part of this game. And it's bad for streams, you know? Nobody wants to watch me read very tiny print.
Remember our deal. Do not fail me, mortal.
Remember our deal. Thank you, Crom. White, come on. Blue or better. Blue or better. Blue or better. Did you not hear me? There we go. Thank you. Attacks are stronger. Knock enemies back. No. Blood swords. Maybe. Or blades. Blades are a little bit. Are pretty good.
Do not take what...
I don't like her that much. There we go. Look at that. Merciful attack is... Ugh. Dang, that's pretty good. But weakened isn't that good of a thing. All your blessing rarities are upgraded. What? Yes. It's legendary. Why not take it? Does it only do the ones that I already have? Yeah, it only did the one. What if it does all of them after that? We'll find out. This is the worst time to get that. Split second attack. Chain lightning. Chain lightning is very good. I'm going to take chain lightning and see if it turns blue. Here. It didn't. I got a legendary skill named Pandemonium, and it only worked on one thing. Alright. Great. Alright. Could have been a giant game-changing super buff if I had gotten it in about 10 minutes, but I got it now. Rampaging attack. I don't like rampaging attack that much. War Pact there. Fire or ice attack would be good. Or the earth attack would be good too. Lightning split second attack is blue, so I'm gonna take it. Celestial wings are kind of okay. Help me dash around.
Paula win.
Win. Radiance are... Oh, the radiant... Yeah, there we go. It's a red one too. So now I got a big old paladin bubble. So they just die. You don't have to attack them. They just die. Die, skeletons. You don't belong in this world. Alright. Oh, I left a thing down here. Must have killed this guy so fast I didn't notice. Radiance goes up. Reprisal. Let's bring that radiance up. Blades to level up or War Pact? War Pact. Still don't think. Yeah. But while we're gaming, feel free to hit me up with political hot takes, wild ideas, stupid questions. Do you think that World War III is going to start? I was looking at Twitter during that video of J.D. Vance, and it was AJ, Alex Jones, telling us that World War III is going to start because of Iran. I don't think he's correct. He's usually wrong about, I don't know, everything. Two shurikens. Are we going to get another World War III? Or even hit me with your opinions on the local politics. Is Biden going to lose? Is opinionator right? Is he too old? Should he step down and somebody else take over?
The righteous laws must.
It's WWII is the real-world version of WoW Killer.
You're right. How many WoW Killers were there? Like 70, 80? This would be the WoW Killer? I knew a guy in real life who just absolutely was convinced that Ragnarok Online 2 would be the WoW Killer. He loved RO1. I know. I think Malcity, you love Ragnarok Online. Or it holds a special place in your heart.
Umblal.
And he was convinced that Ragnarok Online 2 was going to be the absolute greatest thing that ever existed, ever. And we would all be singing its praises for decades. And he stole an identity. He paid a online criminal to have someone else's identity, that person being Korean, so that he could get into the closed betas for Ragnarok Online 2. And that's a level of dedication that I rarely see. But that's what he did, and he was just convinced, and he told me about it. He said it was going to be the greatest thing ever. And then when it did come out, like, I didn't notice, but a little while after it like officially launched, I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. And I played it for about an hour. I was like, God, I hate this. It's just, meh, you know. It just wasn't that good. I don't know. RO2 was just not
Capering Crimes Batman.
Yeah. I don't like it that much. Oh, or hit me with some media takes. Malcity, did you watch X-Men 97? It is very, very good. Oh my god, it's so good. Especially if you watched the original one as a kid.
I watched the first couple episodes. I liked it.
Yeah, it gets. There's a Wolverine Nightcrawler fight. They're not fighting each other; they're fighting together. That happens towards the end. Oh my god, it was just.
I will die with the OG intro stuck in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved that as a kid. It was like the best show ever when I was a kid, and I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. And my mom watched it with me. I thought she just liked it. I thought it was because it was like the greatest show ever, but she was watching it for the soap opera bits, the love triangles and the secret half siblings and the baby mamas and the baby drama and the kidnappings. It was a soap opera for her, and so yeah. That's what she was getting out of it. I didn't realize that at the time as a kid. I was just like, oh, wow, she recognizes this is like the greatest show in the world. And for her, it was a good show because she got to watch all the soap opera bullshit.
Speaking of Marvel, Deadpool vs. Wolverine came out today.
Well, a trailer came out, right? Because the movie doesn't come out until like July. Or am I crazy?
Tickets on sale today.
Oh, I mean, well, I don't think it's out. I don't think you can watch it. If you bought a ticket today, yeah, you can't watch it until like July. I think it comes out in July. I could be wrong. Maybe it's June. But it does look good. I will watch it and have a good time. I mean, I really like the second one. I know the second one doesn't get a lot of love, but Deadpool 2, oh my god, it had the Juggernaut? You kidding me? Do you know who I am? Juggernaut, bitch. It's
You
fantastic.
right. July 26th, they're hyping it Bard.
Yeah, they're hyping it real hard. Like July 26th, that's more than a month away. That's not 30 days. That's it's not even May 26th yet. It's 2 months away. Good lord. Move speed, yeah. Yeah, 2 months ahead. I will not gonna buy tickets 2 months ahead. Sorry guys, I'm just not.
Ryan Reynolds is a charismatic fire hose.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, he's very good at all the things. Yeah, I liked Deadpool 2. I know it wasn't quite as good as Deadpool 1, but it still had the Juggernaut, and it was a good Juggernaut. Man, it was such a good time. Oh, and there's another, what's that other show I'm watching? Outer Range. Have you ever heard of that one? It's very good. It's on Amazon. It's kind of like Lost, but instead of an island, they're on a ranch. Like a Montana ranch, but it's a lot like Lost. There might be some Cthulhu things going on. Some Cthulhu bullshit happening. And I really enjoy that one.
Negative, I don't watch enough Amazon shows. I still need to watch Fallout.
I haven't watched Fallout. I probably won't. The Fallout games are fine with me. You know, I played Fallout 3. I had a good time. I played New Vegas. It was fine. I played Fallout 4. It was okay. But honestly, I've never been in love with the story. It's always just been kind of meh. Like, yeah, okay, great. And it irritated me that sometimes the quests just drove me nuts. Or the fact that the zombie guys just get to live forever.
I am watching Vox Machina here and there on Amazon.
Oh, okay, great. So you got the Amazon. Outer Range, trust me. It'll make you, it'll feel good. It's got that weirdness going on. Chain lightning, level up. But I like the weird stuff. Level up, good. Oh yeah, we're at 1044. Why is the soft towel so important that they had to mark it on my minimap? Relic, life generation. It's nothing. Touching it regenerates your energy for the day, and that's just one of its many uses. But that... way worse than what I've got. Why is that super important and marked on my mini-map? It's weird. This game is weird sometimes.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
Yeah, don't forget to bring a towel. I mean, I guess maybe that's what they were going for? Like, I don't know. Ah, these wasp ladies are just too quick. Light rays, purple. Hell yeah. Die in the light.
Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy reference.
Yeah. I can see that too. But I guess they really want me to notice the reference, I guess. I don't know. Strikes deal more damage. That's nice. Oh, strikes. Which strikes do I have? Chain lightning and shurikens. Okay. Turn this light down a little bit. One sec. There we go. It's hurting my eyes. Too bright.
Vampire Survivors shows you pickups on the map. Is it like that?
Yeah, the mini-map. You can't see the mini-map because it's being covered up by chat. But yeah, it's on the mini-map. The item was on the mini-map, and I didn't know why. So I thought maybe it would be important, but it's white and not important because I'm racist. Life regeneration, life steal. Level up offers duration of negative status effect. Now let's gain the level up offers here.
The stormy weather outside is just...
Lightning bolts, alacrity. Yeah, let's do alacrity again. That archer. It's not doing me any favors. Alright.
Maybe it's Jolt part of the level in Vampire Survivors. We can use those pickups to break through our max equipables.
Maybe. Maybe there's something to the towel that I just don't know yet. That's why it's important. Alright, that archer. Got to go. There we go. Thank you. Blades turn red. That would be nice.
Just accept the towel.
Just accept the towel. Okay, okay. I have a towel. I picked it up. It's in my inventory. Doing nothing. I'm not going to equip it because it's way weaker than what I have on. Radiant, sure. Inner Peace is legendary. You regenerate a percentage of your life every second. If at full life, you gain experience instead. Wow. That's quite nice.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one. It was a legendary skill. The Insect Queen. Usually she's not that hard. Kill a few of her friends over here so they don't heal her. And they drop hearts, so it's a good reason to do it. Hide from the blasts. And you done. More skill points for the skill tree. Blades, shurikens, Warpact. Warpact is pretty good.
Very nice.
And I'm feeling pretty good about this run, so I think we're going to win, which predicting a win at this point. At 15 minutes into a 20-minute run, I'm predicting a win, but you never know. If I do, I think that will max out to this character. I can either start on the other characters or play one of the better ones, because I don't really like the other two. The Barbarian's not very good. I don't like him. He just spins. And the Assassin I don't like very much. He just pokes things. He kills so slowly. So maybe I'll turn up the heat on the levels and bring the Archer or the Magician out, or the Sorceress. Maybe. Whichever one you'd prefer. If you have an idea, let me know. Level up those blades. I'll bomb guys. Guys down.
Remember that most gods have unrighteous motives. Do not rely on those driven by sin.
Okay. Larry, sure. Bomb guys are down until Bomb Boss comes up next. Oh, laser cats. Getting me. They're getting me. Radiance, light rays, or celestial wings turn purple. Let's do that. Alright, here we go. 18 minutes. Let me dump some of my inventory. I bet it's full. Oh, let's... Chain lightning or alacrity? Chain lightning. Yeah, way too much crap. Let's get rid of some of the blues. Toss it out, toss it out, toss it out. It's red, it can stay. Blue can go. And the towel will stay. Blue, okay. Because assuming I kill the boss, he'll drop 3 to 5 really good items. And you only have like 10 seconds to pick them up. You don't have time to sort through your inventory. Wasp ladies are dead. Oh, there's a green box down here. Come on. Oh. It's the salamander biscuit. I've sold like a dozen of those. So the salamander biscuit also on the mini-map. It's telling me to pick it up, but it's just dog shit. It's not that good. It's not even worth any money. Regular attack, level up, yeah, let's do that. Bomb boss. Well, that's going a little better than I thought it would be. Chain lightning works really well on them. Glad I picked it. Glad I got it. Light rays. It's a little late for blood swords, but level 1 blood swords. Let's go. Genie, boss time. Here we go. All up in his grill until he does that. Then we try and run away.
Shooting them in the face with bullets, who would have known it was that effective?
Alright, and that's a dead boss. That didn't take long at all. Yeah, I gotta turn the heat up. I think that's enough to max this guy out on his skill tree. Let's give it a shot. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Become exalted. Exalted to gain plus 100% attack damage. Okay, let's get some more exaltedness. Whenever you block, recharge a dash. Well, that sounds fun. Your power damage is increased by a percentage. You get a protective shield that prevents a single damage instance every 60 seconds. Okay. Oh, and that makes it every 40 seconds. Oh, that makes it every 20 seconds. It's even better. Your damage is increased for every 100 armor you have, or power damage. Yeah, let's do that one. And then we get 1 point here on the bottom. This one is the Grand Archon of Alum. All blessings offered are blue. Oh, it's a blue or better. Your adept offer bonuses convert to expert at a diminished rate. Okay. Your attack damage is increased by 108%. Guardian Angel, when you take damage, prevent all damage for a limited duration. We already have the protection. I don't think we need to double down on that one. And you have a chance to revive on death, 50%. Wow. Let's do this blue or better. Honestly. Yeah. I think that'll really... I won't have to say that anymore. It's almost my catchphrase, but I don't have to say it anymore. Okay. What are we going to do? We're going to do different character, either the archer or the sorceress. Whichever ones you guys want me to do. I'm going to the archer right now, but if you want the sorceress, let me know. Then we're going to turn the heat up a little bit, because I'm winning all the time now. Let's see. There's one. Enemies have more movement? That's fine with me. We got to get it to 10. Attack and cast 20% faster. That's fine. Right?
Archer seems up.
Yeah, he is pretty good. Use actions. So enemies use actions minus 75% more often. Oh, they just attack more often. Okay. And I need 2 more. Missiles are faster, or they have bigger area. Let's do the missiles. There we go. Okay. We're at 10. Can I? Yeah, it's maxed out heat. Okay, let's confirm that, and we'll go with our archer boy. And drop all this crap. Yeah, I'm all red. The towel, it doesn't do anything. I'm selling the towel. Sorry. I'll deal with these later. On my lesser well-equipped characters. But my archer's pretty stacked. Alright, 10 heat. Let's see if I can win, or I die a terrible death. See, look, I'm not even doing anything.
It's usually the body that is able, but the mind that is weak. You mortals got it all wrong.
Well, blue or better, come on. Thank you. Crushing attack, attack damage,
Take
projectile
luck.
pierce. Take luck. Sorry, I clicked it. Notice might your attacks hit a wider area, or rock shield. Crushing attack. See, this guy, yeah, once I got him to the top of his skill tree, he just murders things without me even trying.
You don't tire easily, I'll give you that.
Flare, breath of fire, or fury. You attack faster. Yeah, let's do that.
War is the only true Grim Reaper.
Blue or better, come on. You know the drill. There we go. Ore pact, yes. That guy's dead. Alright.
Fire is actually really predictable. It only ever does one thing. Same as our summer here. Always looking out for you mortals.
Ooh. Gemini, your attacks shoot more projectiles. Yes. Correct. 4 extra bullets. Look at all those. Look at all them arrows. That's a lot of arrows. 20 dash recharge or cooldown reduction. We'll do dash recharge. And he did. Meteor Shower Gehenna is a legendary one. Every second to gain experience for each unique status applied to each individual enemy. I know it's legendary, but it's not that good. I'm getting lots of, it's just a bunch of XP. I don't have any skills that do statuses right now anyway. So we're going to take either Meteor Shower or Trail of Fire. Let's do the Trail of Fire. So I can cost this fire now. Do I have a cold breath? Where the hell is that blue thing coming from? I don't know where the hell that's coming from. Maybe we've got a skill that does cold breath or something. Lose movement speed, gain damage. Lose area, gain damage. Lose dash, recharge speed, gain damage, or gain chance to resist any negative status effects. Kind of nice, but recharge speed. Fury or incineration. Burning enemies leave a fire when they die. Sure.
Do not falter. Oh.
Shortcuts are good, but I don't know if they're good for my build. Your dash have a larger area. The effects of your dash have a larger area. Ooh, that's even more fire. Let's do that. More packed. And I now get my dash recharge speed back. Okay. Take trail fire.
You know, I challenged Crom to an arm wrestle once. He never took me up on it.
Rock hands are really cool, but I don't think it'll work for this character because I'm ranged all the time. Landslide is good. Rock shield is good too. Let's do landslide. Your casts deal more damage. How many casts do I have? Just landslide. Well, might as well. Might get some more. Look for some more casts. Oh, the extraordinary sarcophagus. An eerie aura embraces you as you approach what you understand to be the sarcophagus of none other than Azahul himself. Will you disturb what lies inside? Awaken in front or awaken and seek guidance. Let's confront him. I am the Pharaoh, he says. Oh, there he is. Look, he came after me. Oh no. Pretty tough. Didn't die immediately. But he ain't got much time left. Yep, there we go. We got a red. We got an Archon Foot Helmet of Vigor. Rock Shield. Attacks hit in a wider area. Landslide, a rock shield. Let's do Mountain Spine. Sure. Wider area. Spread those arrows out a little bit. Okay, time for laser cats. Over here, laser cats. Where you at? There you are. Ooh, Gemini goes up again for another thing. Life. Or attacks have a chance to deal crit. Let's do crit. Those laser cats are kind of small. But sometimes in between the arrows. Interesting. Earth Spike, yeah. Bring this light down some more. Yeah. As the sun goes down, I need the light a little bit less. Dog boys are dying pretty quick.
I don't really care for what's going on here. I'm just invested in your story, you know?
Fire elementals are kind of cool. Little dog boys running around. But they're not. White's better than nothing, right? Especially when it's cute little dog boys. Where my little foxes at? There they are. Look at them. Cute little foxes. Running around, lighting everything on fire. The way foxes do. I assume. Chains of War are pretty good. Everybody's with Chains of War better.
Leg day every day.
It's leg day every day. Okay. Outreach strikes have a larger area or rock hands. I do like rock hands, and it is a cast. I said to get more casts. Okay. Look at them. They're ridiculous. Sit on top of them, just go wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle. And boss time, here we go. Oh, he's just standing right in the fire. I love that. You're dead. Gemini or guidance, more crit or more projectiles? Let's do more projectiles. More arrows, more arrows, more arrows. %, chance to heal 1 life on attack hit. Or 12 strike damage or 18 attack speed. Ooh, more speed, yes. More arrows. Alright. Rampage or War Pact. Dash deals more damage. Let's do that. Packed. There we go. So where are we? We're at about 9 minutes. And even with all this heat, I'm really not feeling too bad. I think I'm doing really well. I mean, the little enemies are just not even bothering me at all. Maybe the boss is hit pretty hard. I'm not sure yet. Find out in just a minute. Wasp ladies usually are a problem for me, but they are dying pretty quick this run. Let's do the crit thing. Because I'm not standing, I don't have to chase them down. I can just shoot them. Yeah. Having a ranged attack is much better for the wasp ladies. Just shoot them from far away. The firefoxes are biting them up too, yeah. That worked out really well. Cast 2 more damage. Still only have the 1. Let's do fire elementals level up. Okay. Wasp lady's hitting kind of hard.
Turn up the heat.
Fire elementals again. Let's do that. Yep. Did I turn the heat all the way up and then it's just dropping whites? Amazing. Breath of fire. Sure. "12 minutes. We're doing real good." All right. Oh yeah, I like this one. You become poisoned, your dash gains a 15% chance to create a poison nova. Or you become poisoned, your attacks gain a 20% chance to apply poison. Let's do the attacks. Yeah, I do a lot of attacking. Now I'm poisonous. Hooray! I'm still poisoned, but I also picked up a life regeneration, so they cancel each other out. Life wretched, yes. I love it when the wave of skeletons comes right at me, and they just die.
Which way?
More arrows, thank you. Okay.
Blazing.
PMS trail of fire or intensity. Your powers deal more damage. Which powers do I have? I have incineration and rock shield. Okay, let's just take that one then. What's that? A haunted tree. An ominous tree spreads its roots through it and over the sand has covered a glowing pack of spirits. Call of spirits for every empty power slot, which I don't have any. Gain that. Become invulnerable for 3 seconds every time you are hit. Has 60-second cooldown, and while not attacking, gain 36 damage. Now let's take the damage shield. Don't think I'll need it, but Insect Queen. Kill her little minions. Get him, rock hands. Get him.
March on.
Chains of War, yeah. Go rock hands, yeah. Alright, she did. Drop 3 reds, okay.
Mountains take centuries to build. There is strength in discipline, mortal.
All right, what do we got? Oh wow, my crushing attack is still only level 1. Okay. Attack damage goes up.
So chilly down here. Let's get this over with quickly.
Enkindling. The effects of your dash last longer, which is nice. I am kind of using it a lot. Does last quite a bit longer. Okay. And bomb boys should be easier to kill this time than last. Well, I mean, assuming the heat doesn't make them super strong. No, they're alright. They're dead. And yeah, more crit. knockback. Your knockback effects are 50% more potent. Means red. Might as well. Don't know if I'm doing a whole lot of knockback. Alright, laser cats again. Here we go. Laser cats. That worked really well. Dash effect, sure. That fire dash gets bigger every time. Just leaves a mile of fire behind me. How far does it go? It goes that far. It's like the whole screen. Alright, we're at 18 minutes. Let's empty our bag of all the crap. I got 5 empty
Smokey
slots.
the Bear would be so upset with you.
He is not a friend of mine. That's true. Smokey is not happy with me because I do, in fact, start forest fires. But to be fair, the forest had it coming. Wow, they did some damage.
Let the earth quake.
Yeah, those wasp ladies hit pretty hard. No, yes. The wooden sword. That was marked on my minimap as well. Is that something super important? Night only, can't be equipped. It's not even that good. Why is that marked on the map? I don't understand. Something happening here that I don't get. Okay.
Bring a flamosexual doesn't mean you can burn down half of California.
Yes, it does. All right, 19 minutes. Boss pops up right after these guys. Let's kill them quickly, please. Die, die, bomb boys. Bomb boss. Bomb boss is almost done already. I don't have the blades. Let's do the blades. Screw it. It's a little late for new skills now, but
Let's see how long you can last.
giggity. Rock shield, crushing attack, yeah, attack.
Light matches and let them burn your finger in the privacy of your own home like the rest of us.
Well, I want to do it in public, and you have to affirm me because I am valid. Alright, there's the boss. Where's the boss? There he is. And we're gonna get in close, let all the arrows hit him. Maybe get some rock hands. Bap at him. Oh, we're gonna hide from that. Because we hate it. Strikes up a larger area, crushing attack. Yeah, let's just bump that attack up real quick. Oops. Don't step on the landmines, dummy. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. Aha. good. Done. All right. With 10 heat, able to kill that boss. All right, I'm pretty much done with this game until the next update comes out. Crushing attack did the most damage, 2.3 DPS. Whistling arrow, look at all that damage. I don't even have to do anything for whistling arrow. It just does its own thing. It's just like a free bunch of 1.6 thousand damage per second, free. And Trail of Fire did quite a bit as well. All right. Turn all that heat back off. Oh, there was more things down here I didn't even see. Oh, now I can get it to 20. I see. You have to beat it at 10 before you can put it up to 20. I gotcha. Okay. Well, I can put 20 heat on next time, but I don't think I want to. Because that would be, I don't know, same thing, but harder? I don't know. Okay, that's it for me tonight. I appreciate everybody who's here. We had a lot of people in chat today, a lot of viewers tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you're here, if you're paying attention, if you're watching, please hop over to the Discord.
Discord. https Discord GG Beignet Tritix 8.
And you can link stories in there that we will look at and I will react to on the air. And then we can look at those stories together and have a good time. If you want to watch old stuff,
YouTube. https www.youtubecom at waldovideos.
I'd love it if you went there and clicked on the thumbs up, clicked on the subscribe button, clicked on the follow buttons anywhere you are, and that would help me out a lot because I'm up to a whopping 155 subscribers. Oh my God, so many subscribers. And I take all of these live streams, chop them into little bits, put them up on YouTube as individual videos on individual subjects, and you can go and watch those there. And you can look for ways that I'm wrong, I suppose. I also hide hidden Illuminati symbols within them. So if you don't see the hidden Illuminati symbols, you can watch the video and pause it and check, and then you can watch the rest of it and watch and check for hidden Illuminati symbols. They are there. If you don't see them, watch it some more. And that's it for me tonight. I'm still working on the catchphrase. So that's it for me. Good night.